Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. My guest today is Avery Livingston, Coordinator of Civic Engagement here at Troy University, here to talk about Trojan Heart and what it means to have a Trojan Heart, and explain to us a little bit, I guess, what a Trojan Heart is and what you're trying to do with this initiative that's just been introduced here this year. So.
Sure. Troy Trojan Heart is a new challenge that we're starting just this semester to recognize acts of kindness of Trojans, either on or off campus. And we want to involve students, faculty, staff, and alumni in this process. It's a nomination process. You nominate someone who's done something special for you, and it has touched your heart, but it also is emblematic of that person having a Troy Trojan Heart. So we want to recognize and celebrate what a wonderful community we have, either on campus or our alumni family.
All right, and talk about having a Trojan Heart, and through this kind of tell us a little bit, I guess, more of what you're looking for in that, and what it, I guess, is indicative of someone that has a Troy Trojan Heart.
Yeah, we walk around every day thinking about ourselves a lot. So when you stop and see someone doing an act of kindness for someone else, we're looking for that sincerity. We're looking for that empathy, that sympathy. An example, I think a lot of people would remember the pay it forward. People would buy their coffee and then buy the person behind them coffee. It could be something like that. It could be your roommate did the dishes after a big party. It could be someone helped you make one of your goals possible through an event, through maybe helping you with class. Something very impactful to you that made a big difference in your life.
And and you mentioned paying it forward, and this award is kind of a pay it forward situation as well, because talk about what the person who wins this is going to get.
Yes, the Hawkins family has generously decided they will fund the first award of $1,000. So the program going forward, we're going to allow the winner to donate $1,000 to the nonprofit of their choice.
All right. So if someone has done an act of kindness, and by recognizing that, the act of kindness will keep on going.
Yeah, keep on going, which is great. I think a smaller nonprofit would get a really big hit from that.
And let's talk about the Hawkinses and their impact in making this happen, because it was the First Lady who kind of pushed this through, correct?
Yes, yes. Janice Hawkins, this was her idea, and she brought people from this campus together to brainstorm on how to make this a reality. And this is what we came up with, this nomination process, this Troy Trojan Heart Challenge. Ms. Hawkins, she knows what a special community we have, and she wanted something like this to start and continue. It wouldn't just be a one and done. She wants this to continue, and so do I.
And let's talk about a little bit about the process, and for someone who's maybe watching this and they're like, well, what do I need to do? You mentioned it briefly, but what is the process for someone to say, hey, I know someone who's perfect for this?
Yeah, I have nomination forms in my Office of Civic Engagement. You can also email me to get more information, or to make a nomination via an electronic form.
Okay.
So there is a short form. It's basically, if you want to stay anonymous, that's fine, but you can also put your name. You definitely need the nominee's name so we can consider them for the prize. And then it's a short form, won't take longer than 5 minutes to write down your story. And by May 1st, we are going to assemble a committee to look at the nominations and decide the top 3 and then the top 1.
All right. So a pretty quick turnaround in letting us know who this first Trojan Heart recipient is,
Yes.
but also a good opportunity to show what's going on. And I know through your office, you focus on helping in the community, and this is something, obviously, you're help facilitating this, but this is something that I would think that you would want to see more of here on campus, and people emulating this Trojan Heart. So.
Yes, so I think a lot of students think of civic engagement as this like nebulous, vague thing that only really smart and dedicated people do. No, we do acts of civics every day by being a good person and being a friend. So community starts with people, and the bigger your Trojan Heart, the more you're benefiting your community.
And then opportunity for individuals to get awarded for that
Yes.
Trojan Heart and
Yes,
be
the money's
recognized for
nice
that.
too,
The money's
right?
nice too, and then but that once again, like we said, but that money is going to help
A nonprofit.
a nonprofit
Yes.
somewhere in this area,
And that could be a local nonprofit or a national nonprofit.
You could do whatever you need to do. That person can go on and continue helping. And,
Yes.
and the fact that this is going to be an ongoing award here on campus shows that maybe some folks will be a little bit more recognizable about what's going on around them here. So.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so,
definitely.
and once again, if anyone's interested, what can they do electronically? What can they do so they can email you? How can they email you?
Yes, please email me
Okay.
at livingstona@troy.edu,
All right.
and I can send you the form, and we can get that nomination submitted.
All right. Well, here's hoping that you find a Trojan Heart recipient that's
we sure will.
That's worthy of the
definitely
award here.
will.
So thanks for joining us here today. So
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.